Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? I'm at the Suns football games, but want to chop up this heavyweights fights from this past weekend, man. Tyson Fury, Tom Schwarz. First, let me get to some under the radar stuff before I get into what I thought of Fury and Schwarz. Um, Peter Kadar, German prospect, was on the undercard. Improved to 4-0. He got a workman-like performance. He doesn't strike me as a one-punch KO artist. Coming up as a young heavyweight, he's German. He's 21 years old. I've seen him fight another guy who I'm going to talk about, Darmani Rock. I've seen them two fight in the World Championships, the Youth World Championships. Excuse me, y'all, my son's team is playing, so I've seen them fight in the Youth Championships, Kadar and Darmani Rock. And ironically, they were both in action yesterday. Rock improved. I think he's like 16-0 now or 17-0, one of the two. But what struck me about Rock, not so much that he was able to beat Raymond Oshiang, who is a, one of the type of journeyman that has fought pretty much everybody. What struck me was the weight. Now, look, I'm just a guy on YouTube talking shit like I always say, right? But he was 289 pounds yesterday. Now, I know Andy Ruiz kind of put it in everybody's head that you don't need that, to look like a bodybuilder to win fights. And we already knew that, right? It just so happened that Ruiz was able to do it. He isn't the first to not look like a bodybuilder and win a title. But what I'm saying is Darmani Rock was 289, man. Hey, it's his career, man. He's only 23 years old or something like that, but 289 kind of struck me because I was saying he should come down from his last fight. He was like 270 something, so to gain even more weight. Hey, it is what it is, man. It's his career. He got the victory. He still has good hands. He's still young. So I guess we'll see what his plans are with his weight. Maybe they have a grand scheme up their sleeves that I'm asleep on right now, all right? But he was able to win. Rock. Who else? Kind of doing this off the fly, man. So Rock was able to win yesterday. Or he won, I think, on Friday. Then Peter Kadar won yesterday. Oh, Simon Kean ended up getting his revenge, man. He beat Dylan Carmen. I believe he ended him in the third round. That fight is not on. I can't find it anywhere, man. I can't find that anywhere. There you go. There you go. My son got a tackle. All right. So couldn't find that fight anywhere, but I see it ended a TKO. Kean came in much lighter in this fight than he did his previous fight against Carmen. I think he was like 11 pounds lighter. So I want to see footage of that, man, to see if it helped him be more mobile in the ring, because he was another muscle-bound type of dude. But wanted to see if it helped him be more mobile. Want to see how he was working his jab, and want to see how the fight ended. Him and Carmen had a good first fight that Carmen won. Carmen, now that's 2 fights in a row that he's lost. He lost one. He dropped one to Evgeny Romanov, the guy that stopped Wilder in the amateurs. And now he just dropped one to Simon Kean in a rematch. I like to see Kean take on Mladen Malas, who's an undefeated Canadian heavyweight up there. Right now, BoxRec has him number 1. So I like to see Simon versus Mladen Malas. I wanted to see that when Simon was still undefeated, when I thought he was going to be Carmen in the first fight. All right, but picked up the victory, still waiting for it to drop on YouTube. All right, so that's my under the radar stuff. Before I get to Fury and Schwarz, let me see who's all in the building right now. Not Royale was good. Dimitri Cowan, what's up? AZ, what it do? Trap House Boxing, what's good? BC, what's up? Renee Saucedo, what's good, man? AZ says Carmen versus Kean was a war. Is it dropped on YouTube yet? I tried to check for it before I left the house. I didn't see anything. William Redmond says good afternoon. St. Cruzan, what's up, man? He says the Fury fight was a trash fight, means nothing to the division. BC says eating good. Are you talking about Darmani Rock? Jeff F says looked like a great day there. Keep on going. Yeah, it's beautiful outside right now. Let me see here. BG London. Go. Touchdown.
Let's go.
Damn, he caught him. BG London says Tyson Fury still in Daniel Dubois and Dave Allen's opponents. Tyson's ranked top 3, shaking my head. Formerly Triple H 1200 says Fury, 3 soft touches, and Wilder right up there with Wilder and GGG fight selection. Okay. Well, Triple H always got something to say about Wilder, man. It's all good, though. BC probably says probably on a local Canadian pay-per-view somewhere. Yeah, probably, man. Marlo's Corner, what it do? Y'all go sub to Marlo's Corner, man. Dominic Hardy, what's up? Just saying what's up to everybody before I get. Marvin Garden says, what's your take on Breedis and Glowacki debacle? I didn't get to watch the fight. I did get to see Dorticos and Tabiti. Man, he laid him out, man. He caught him late in that fight, man. Tabiti was relaxed with his hand positioning, in my opinion. That speed kind of dwindled a little bit as the fight went on. Fatigue started to set in, left his chin out there. Dorticos is a knockout artist. Hint the name, the KO doctor, able to get the stoppage. I did not get to see the Breedis versus Glowacki, man. So I'm going to watch that, and I'll talk about it. D-Style says Schwarz looks out of sorts. Happy Father's Day to all y'all out there, man. I appreciate that, D-Style. All right, now let me get to Tyson Fury versus Schwarz. Now, D-Style is in the building, so let me go back to something I heard D-Style say in a video so eloquently. But like I said in my other video about it, I'm kind of buffering D-Style's points of what we both wanted to see. And that was, we know that Tyson Fury is a boxer, mover guy, right? With that said, though, you're still a big dude. You're still 263 pounds, 6'9" giant, man. Your punches got to hurt somebody. You got to sit down on these shots. It's cool to show your defense, show your head movement, show what a lot of heavyweights would probably 99% of them don't have with your movement, head movement, making people miss and counter ability. But hurt a motherfucker too, though, man. Hurt somebody, man. You dig what I'm saying? Hurt somebody. Sit down on the punches and hurt them. Especially after a few rounds of showing him that, hey, you're not on my level. Then it's time to hurt him and get him up out of there, all right?
Come on, Jalen!
Yes! There you go, baby!
Hey,
I'm sorry, man. My son just caught a touchdown, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry about that. Damn. Where was I at, man? Where was I at? Yeah, so show people that you can hurt them, right? Yeah, sit down on your punches, and he started to do that. He even went southpaw, which we've seen him do quite a few times. He went southpaw, started peppering them up in the second round, dropped them. Schwarz put his hands up, and he kept his offense on the shelf, which is a bad move for him because you can't put your offense on the shelf. Because why? Because Tom Schwarz needs to take chances. Putting your hands up and going like this, and I'm going to wait till you get off, then I'm going to get off, it's not going to work, man. Especially Schwarz is known as a one-punch puncher where you can come out of that shell. Damn, they threw a two-point conversion, but they threw it over his head. That didn't work, right? So he needed to take more chances, man, and he just didn't want to do it. You dig what I'm saying? He didn't want to do it at all. He didn't want to take the chances. Now, with all that said, though, he was never going to beat Tyson Fury. All right, let's just get that clear. I thought Tom Schwarz should still be fighting guys like Edmund Gerber, maybe test his mettle against Ajay Kabayel or more highly ranked German level guys, all right? So let's get that out the way. There's no reason to spend 30 minutes on that, all right? I'm trying to think, what else can I take away? Okay, Fury came to the ring, did his Apollo Creed thing. That's all cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I remember when Roy Jones would come out with Method Man and Red Man, have his Janet Jackson headset on. You remember the Janet Jackson headset from, what was that? Control, and Bobby Brown wore to him. Maybe it was Bobby Brown in my prerogative video.
Get it, Jalen, get it.
Jalen. Good job. He got a tackle. All right, he's down. Better credit my boy at that tackle. Quick plan.
He was doing flag guarding too.
Right. All right. So, damn, man, this football got me off track a little bit. So, I forgot where I was at, y'all. I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, he came like Apollo Creed. That's cool. You dig what I'm saying? But Tom Schwarz didn't take chances, man. That's pretty much it. But after the fight, I didn't like what Tyson Fury was saying as far as he'll have a fight September, October. I'm not, it is what it is. And he said Wilder next year. I want to see him and Wilder fight this year, man. I don't want to wait till next year, but it is what it is, man. As long as it's somebody formidable, somebody where we can look at and say, okay, it might not be 50-50. Fury still may be the favorite, but at least, this is going to give him a run for his money. Whether it's I know White is fighting Rivas. If it's somebody like that. There you go, Jalen. Get another tackle. Another tackle. All right, so somebody like that, man. We need somebody like that for Tyson Fury next, all right? You kind of fill in the blank with opponents. Just somebody formidable, all right? Technically though, Fury did a great job though yesterday. Kept Schwarz at range with his jab and a quick 1-2. Switch to southpaw, making a miss up top. Yeah, that's another thing. The telecast, man. Now I understand that Bradley and my man Andre Ward, great fighters in their respect, and I understand they work for ESPN. I understand when you're on the network, the people on the network are supposed to lobby for you, be in concert with you, be on one accord with you, and you know, make you larger than life. But it was over the top last night. As great as Fury fought, it was over the top. Everybody just keeps reverting back to Ali as far as his Tyson Fury's movements and style. And okay, cool, but see, this is what I don't like. I just hate when in history, and this isn't just ESPN, it's just a lot of people, man. We tend to forget some of the forgotten fighters, man. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to go right back to Ali as far as guys who have fought like that. What about Greg Page? I know he's a okay, well, I'm a big fan of styles and the history and what about guys like Greg Page that used to fight like that? Or, you know, guys who wasn't, you know, probably didn't win world championships, but fought in that manner. This ain't the first time a big guy fought in that manner. Now, they may not be as tall as Vladimir Klitschko, but even for their time, they were the big guys. So, you know, guys like Larry Donald, guys like Jimmy Young that would, you know, make you miss and hit back. You know, guys like Chris Bird. But hey, maybe it's just me. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me and my nostalgia, right? But, yeah, then like we keep running. Look, y'all. At least I'm not gonna do this as a fan for no fighter. Oh, damn it, score. I'm not gonna run with draws or wins. All right, it's a lot of whole bunch of draws or wins BS that's going on. You know, Fury just seems as if he's happy with that draw. Like, I got a draw, and then he goes with I got a draw in America. So, I mean, hey, it is what it is, man. If that's what you like to do or whatever, but no, it's not a win, it's not a loss, it's a draw, man. You shouldn't be happy for a draw. You dig what I'm saying? So hopefully him and Wilder settle that, because we can sit here and argue till the cows come home about who won and who you thought won. I'm hearing fans say Fury clearly, Mr. Boxing, Fury won 10 rounds. Clearly. Okay, that's what you clearly saw. I clearly saw a draw. I had Fury winning 7 rounds to 5. But that's neither here nor there. So we can keep arguing this, right? We can keep going back and forth. Draw. All right, so, you know, but Tim Bradley was just over the top yesterday, man. I mean, he went in there and did what he's supposed to do. Why are we, I mean, we act like he just got done fighting Wilder, he went in there and dominated Ruiz, or he just went in there and dominated Joshua, or he went in there and just got done dominating Dillian White. He went in there and just got done dominating Tom Schwarz. Good breakup, good job. So, but yeah, like I said though, the networks are supposed to be loyal to their signed fighters. I get it. I totally get it. It's been going on for years. Not the first time, and it definitely won't be the last time, right?
And they're gonna let him try it again. I think because he ran into him.
So, yeah, that's what it is with that, man. Quincy Panola says there's a good Chinese heavyweight undefeated that spars with Jarrell Miller. Is his name Zhili Zhang? It might be Zhili Zhang, bro. If it is, he's a 2-time Olympian. I think he won silver in 2008 at super heavyweight. He's a southpaw, so that may be who you're talking about. You may be talking about Zhili Zhang. The female boxing fan won. What's good, sis? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up? Billy B says, how the hell did you give Deontay Wilder 5 rounds? No way. Billy B, I have a video. It's a post-fight where I kind of did like a documentary style on my trip to LA. And so you catch me like in the airport. You catch me after the fight, and during that video, I did like a 30-minute breakdown. So for me to sit here and try to tell you a quick answer for 30 seconds, you can just go check that video out. I broke it down round by round about what I saw round by round. So you can watch that, and you probably still won't agree with me, but at least I actually, you know, give a thorough, detailed breakdown of that fight. A lot of it, quickly, I'll tell you this. Just because you're posturing and feigning and sticking your tongue out and playing to the crowd and looking around and cheesing and throw a light jab, some people consider that he's schooling them. Ooh, look how he moving. Ooh, look how he stuck his tongue out. Ooh. Okay, like that's what, I mean, that's not schooling people in my opinion. I'm not saying you're saying that, but a lot of fans I have this debate with, they revert to that. To me, there was a lot of nothing going on in the first like 4 or 5 rounds, in my opinion. But I broke it down thoroughly in the video. All right, so just go back, scroll through, and you'll see my detailed post fight. It's like 52 minutes long. Shit, my question to you is, well, I don't know how many rounds you get. Actually, I don't really care how many rounds anybody gave Fury. It was a draw. Now you see what I'm saying here? We can keep going back and forth. It's a draw. You know what I mean? Draw. So Fury was tagging Wilder in the first 5 rounds. Tagging him. Well, I guess what's your definition of tagging him? But again, bro, draw. Quincy, you can hit me till the cows come home, bro. Draw. You get what I'm saying here? Let's just settle. Let's just run it back so there's no discrepancies. Just run it back. I think that's the best way to do it, in my opinion. Cali Enigma was good, bro, in my son's football game.
Come on, Jalen, go,
Go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go, go,
run.
touchdown.
Good
Another
job,
touchdown.
Jalen.
That's 2 touchdowns, baby.
Way to go, buddy.
That's 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry, y'all. That's 2 touchdowns for my son, man. He caught one, now he just ran one back as a running back. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Oh, shit. Ali and Fury shouldn't be mentioned in the same sentence. Yeah, they got good head movement, man. You dig what I'm saying? But like I just said, man, we just always forgetting guys like Greg Page and that just upsets me about the history, man. Like, why do we always got to keep reverting back to Ali? He's like Mount Rushmore, man. Tyson Fury has yet to. This era's not even done yet. He's only about 27 fights in, man. We're ready we're ready to anoint people. You dig what I'm saying? Shit, what about Vitaly Klitschko? Vitaly used to move and showing how to move as a big man, leaning back, pull counter with the right hand, using the jabs. Come on, man. We just like to just skip over decades and generations and hop right to Ali. Come on, y'all, let's stop doing that, man. Do it to Jalen. Should have threw it to my son. Didn't get the 2-point conversion. My other son, I can't wait. My older son, he had, this is my younger son, he got 2 touchdowns right now. My older son, he had 5 touchdowns last week and 8 tackles. So his game is, what time is it? 4 o'clock. So my other son be lighting it up too. But, yeah, they just, and that's another thing. Then when you see guys finally letting their hands go and throwing combination, they bring up great fighters who that fighter probably mirrors. It's like, what about guys like Michael Dokes who will let his hands go, who have fast, quick hands? You dig what I'm saying? Like, let's stop forgetting some of the good job, son. Good job. Quit forgetting the forgotten warriors, man. What about when people see smaller, good fighters, they think of Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier right away. What about guys like Bob Satterfield, man? You know what I mean? What about them old school guys, man? We just so quick to forget some of the forgotten warriors, man. Everybody's not. That guy. I think we just should pay more, give some attention to some of the other forgotten guys, man. But let me see, official AJ, what's good, bro? He says that showed the technician Fury is last night, but nothing we didn't know already. Yeah, nothing we didn't know already. Sharp, ready to go. He even, came in 7 pounds heavier than the Wilder fight. And I keep telling everybody that was saying that he wasn't in shape for the Wilder fight. It's like, okay, that's what your mouth say, but my eyes told me something different. My eyes told me something different, man. Tyson Fury, with him, it's all about him getting in shape physically, burning the weight off. Then all his stuff is up here, man. Yeah, he's a great technician. Yeah, he's a great, yes, he's a great technician, Dan. They bring it back. Yeah, Dan, he's a great technician. He moves his head. He has good footwork, so that, so on and so forth. But it's all up here with him, man. As long as he's up here and I hear him saying the right things up here, I have confidence in Tyson Fury. Some of these dudes will call themselves his fans and keep wanting to doubt the dude. He ain't ready yet. He needs more fights. To me, it's like you're taking credit away from Tyson Fury. Yes, I know he went on a drug binge, but dude, everybody in the 80s was on drug binges. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, man. I'm not saying it's right, but damn it, all the heavyweights had some type of chemical dependency issues going on, man. So I'm not using that as an excuse. I can see he came into the ring in that poor condition he was when I seen him when he was like 400 pounds. But Tyson Fury is not you. He's not an average guy like that, an average athlete, man. They're elite for a reason. They're not just normal Joes, man. You see what I'm saying? They are who they are at this level right now for a reason, man. Yes, he's human, but he's at where he's at for a reason. Drop, play over. AJ says Fury looked like a superstar in Vegas last night, though. He can't sell in the U.S. That's what we did find out. Yeah, and I know he'll bring a lot of UK fans that travel come see him. He definitely put on a show yesterday, but I think it'd be more effective if you put on a show against a well-known fighter. Then it'll really reach its potential once you do that. Not a draw, actually win. And look, Tyson Fury, to be honest with you, kept up his streak of U.S. fights. What do you mean, Mr. Boxing? He kept being entertaining. The Stephen Cunningham fight, yes, he got dropped, but he got up and stopped Stephen. Stephen's a damn good cruiserweight. He beat Steve Cunningham, right? Entertaining fight. To me, it was. The Wilder fight was entertaining. Then yesterday, he went in there, and once he proved that the guy's down his level, he stopped him. Something that a lot of us wanted him to do, because we know Fury will just prance to a decision if he has to. So for him to go in there yesterday and actually want to stop the guy and to stop him quick, I think that was a good thing at the very least. You dig what I'm saying? Because what he didn't want to do is let Schwarz go 12 with him. You know what I mean? So I think he was aware that he had to put on the show, be a star outside the ring, which I have no problem. You know, Prince Nassim came over here, did the same thing. Look, I have no problem with guys doing that. As long as you back it up and you fight, you know what I mean? Damn, I have no problem with that, man. I'm not one of these guys that get all emotional about guys showboating and talking trash. Part of sports, man. I grew up on Deion Sanders and Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson and Charles Barkley. That's just a part of our culture over here, talking shit and swallowing spit. As long as you just back it up. Lawrence Taylor, I grew up on athletes like that. Yes, we have our Evander Holyfields and, you know what I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's and guys like that, but I'm okay with talking shit. It is what it is. It's for the opponent to shut you up. BC says Schwarz was such a soft touch, it's hard to give Fury any credit. I just give him credit for just going there and just completely doing what he was supposed to do. But as far as like, ooh, he beat Tom Schwarz. No. Tom Schwarz hasn't even proved that he is a worthy contender yet by beating another, at least a former title challenger or a fellow up-and-coming contender. Yes, he has beat fellow up-and-coming prospects on the German level, like the Lewandowski brothers, stuff like that, but nothing eye-popping, nothing on the world scene. And the WBO had that dude in their top 5 for like 2 years. He was always the example over the last few years when people would bring up how bad sanctioning bodies are, when they want to nitpick about how bad sanctioning bodies are. Some fans want to just nitpick one sanctioning body. I would always bring up Tom Schwarz as an example of, hey, all these sanctioning bodies are BS. Look at Tom Schwarz. WBO had him a top 5 for like 2 years. In what world is Tom Schwarz a top 5 heavyweight? You dig what I'm saying? So, yes, AJ, the WBO has a lot of unbeaten fighters. One thing WBO does at heavyweight, at least, is they give a lot of rankings to some of the up-and-comers. Like, there was 1 month I seen on there where they had, like, Tom Schwarz, Junior Fa, Tyrone Spong. I think they had Ali Demarizen in there. Just a slew of undefeated... A slew of undefeated prospects in their like top 15. I'm thinking like, why not have some of these dudes fight? It's okay if you want to rank them, but like have them fight at least, so some of these rankings can make sense. So then the WBA takes the cake, right? Having like Fred Zakendo in the top 3 for 5 straight years without a fight. I mean, I know he took him to court and everything, but come on, man. Then they had, respect to the old, respect to the old lion, Guillermo Jones, who did his thing at Cruiserweight, former champion. But come on, man, you got, the WBA had him rated in the top 10 for like a couple years. So I don't know, man. I mean, we can go to every sanctioning body, right? WBC having Stavern in their top 5 after he got knocked out by Wilder and struggled with Rossi for years. You know what I mean? So we go on and on with all the sanctioning bodies. The IBF never having a number 1. They always got like, number 1's always vacant. You know what I mean? So Ronald Finkley, what's good, bro? I appreciate that super chat, man. Appreciate that super chat. Official AJ says IBF has the most official rankings. I guess that's up for debate. I don't have them all in front of me right now. All right, we are back. You know, I'm not saying every single ranking in these sanctioned bodies, like guys don't deserve to be in their rankings, but the way they have them sometimes just doesn't make any sense to me. Sam Brown says, will Top Rank make Fury versus Pulev? Well, we know that, you know, Bob Arum is the king of in-house fights, so I would expect him to make any type of in-house fight. Maybe Parker as well. I believe Parker's still with Top Rank. No, he's with Matchroom, right? Yeah, I think Parker's with Matchroom now. But I can see him making a Pulev fight. Why not? He's the king of in-house. BC says Fury Pulev, I think, would be a boring one. Laugh out loud. Possibly, but if Fury comes out aggressive and Pulev, there we go. Damn, call him. But if Pulev come out there aggressive and turns it up like he did, I think he sensed I think he had a sense of urgency in the Denu fight because the blood and it was just a nasty fight, and I think he needed to go for the kill. It all depends on Pulev. But if Pulev come out there plotting forward with jab, 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 right hand, occasional left, like that rhythm ain't gonna be enough. He gonna have to throw quick, hard double jabs, stepping in, overhand rights, big left hooks. He got to turn it up with Fury. Go to that body. Gotta go to Fury's body, man. Ronald Finke says Fury won't fight a big dude. I guess it's what we consider big, bro. Cause that motherfucker almost the biggest motherfucker fight. He damn near the biggest motherfucker fight, man. Cause Schwarz ain't little. It's funny, man. Nowadays at the heavyweight division, man, 6'6", 235 is like little. Like I'm 6'5", 240, so I guess if I made heavyweight, they'll be trying to get me down to cruiser or something. Throw it to him. You gotta run back towards the ball, son. D.O.B. Newly says, I heard some controversy in Glowacki Breeders. Yeah, somebody just left that earlier in the chat. I didn't get to see that fight, man, but I did get to see Tabidi versus Dorticos. I'm going to check that out when I get home. Official AJ said, I believe he said he's going to go see Jamal James fight live. It has Gerald Washington, Helenius on it in Minnesota. Yeah, I'm going to that. That one's at the Armory. The Armory is about, what, 15 minutes away from us? The Armory is like 10-minute drive on the highway for me. So I'm going to go to that fight. I'm going to go see Jamal James. I actually trained in the same gym for a summer as Jamal James in 2010. Robert Brandt was in that. Oh, good juke.
Go, 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 go.
Ooh.
Run.
So, yeah, so I definitely want to see Helenius versus Gerald Washington on that card. It's one of those type of fights, man, where like loser goes home type thing, or Gerald cannot afford another loss, man. Just he got to get this one. And Helenius, if he loses this, he will be viewed as somebody that can't compete at the middle of the pack level. You dig what I'm saying? Because Gerald Washington isn't considered a top level guy. So at least by pundits and fans, I'm sure Gerald in his mind thinks he is if he just puts everything together like every fighter. But at least a middle of the pack-ish type of guy, then Helenius, you know, have to consider what to do in his career. You dig what I'm saying? And Gerald is not going to pose a big, you know, he's not a KO artist, but like I always say, man, whenever you have guys in here 6'6", 250 pounds, turn their hip into something, anything can happen. You dig what I'm saying? Wool bag, salute, bro. Okay, Quincy.
Go, Jalen.
Go. Oh, damn, he got him. Damn. All right, it's okay, Quincy says Breeders threw some rabbit punches and a big elbow. Damn, so he went MMA style? He went Randy Couture style, huh? I'm gonna check that out though, man. Scrapbook boxing, what's good, OG? Hey, man, you guys know how much I appreciate the history of the sport. You guys know that I love referencing the guys like, you know, some of the guys from the, I'm watching this football game, man, like Greg Page, I was just talking about Jimmy Young and guys like that. Just older heavyweights from different eras, 50s, 40s, 30s. Look, go to Scrapbook Boxing, man. He has, a historian. He's up there with like guys like Kurt Sugar. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm seeing what we're
What,
going to do in this
what
fight.
are you doing?
He's up there with guys like Kurt Sugar, Blood Boxing, myself to some degree. Especially with the heavyweights. I think those guys are more well-rounded with the history of the sport concerning not only heavyweights but some of the other weight classes. But Scrapbook Boxing has a damn good channel, man. Even Boxing Librarian puts up a lot of historical content when he's in his historical content bag. He puts up great videos as well. My man Jay Deal, who doesn't upload as much. Zone 6 Boxing, guys like that, man. Guys who respect the history of the sport. Even Boxing Beats and Rhymes is a good historian. EJ Boxing Live, guys like that. So gotta give credit to where it's due. Even 78 be getting down sometimes with the guys from different eras. But Scrapbook Boxing definitely one of them dudes you want to subscribe to, man. My man Haplotype Zero is another one. You dig what I'm saying? Even D Style. I can keep going on and on. Joe Habib. You know what I mean? But Scrapbook is definitely got some heat, man. I think he should have way more subscribers. So y'all go.
I'm so sick that
Even KQKC and Fanon as well.
that they just automatically let this kid be the quarterback.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, you gotta catch that one. Touchdown. There you go. Let me see here. DOG215. I might go to the Dubois fight. Hey, go to that fight, man. I'm telling him what to do. Nah, but I think that'd be a good fight to go to, bro. Him and Gorman, that's gonna be a good one, man. Gorman get past that jab and get inside and work from a close distance. I know Dubois got some heat, but Gorman is born and bred to be a mid-range fighter, man. The difference between being able to throw hard, stiff punches up close and then really being a real for real inside fighter. You dig what I'm saying? Like AJ, like for example, AJ is a good combination puncher, mid-range fighter, especially with guys who are around or close to his height. Whereas Ruiz is just a good inside fighter, period. No matter who's in the ring with him. There's a difference. You dig what I'm saying? Because I think AJ can fight from a little distance as well. Where Ruiz is born and bred to be an inside fighter. He's just a technical brawler. He can use his jab, parry, move his head, put his head offline, keep his guard up, have responsible defense, tuck himself on, with his chin tucked. Go, 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 go. Didn't even throw up the J one out, man. No problem, Scrapbook. You definitely needed that shout out, man. You got some heat on that channel, bro. All right, y'all. This is kind of a tacky live stream, man, because I'm looking at my the game too. I appreciate it. Let me read a few more, man. I'm gonna jump off. Corner Girl 66 says that Helenius Washington fight is a good fight. I think Helenius will win only because of Washington's glass chin. Happy Father's Day to you, Mr. Boxing, and our fathers in the chat. Even if you have a chin that is considered shaky by fans and pundits, there's ways where you can where you can tuck that chin. People thought that Vladimir was like that, especially after the Brewster fights, and you seen what happened in the fight he had with Corey Sanders, and he got with Emmanuel Stewart, who taught him how to grab and clinch on the inside, use his jab, lean your weight on people, lean your weight on guys when you have them in the clinch to tire them out, put the jab in their face, know how to work the uppercut and throw it from a good distance, throw combination, just different things, man. And I think Gerald in his in the fight with Konowski, he just decided to stand flat-footed. And I don't know if he was trying to get Konowski's respect. I don't know, man. But he didn't do what made him that undefeated prospect coming up. Now, you may argue that, yeah, Mr. Boxing, he was undefeated because he didn't fight top competition. But even when he fought bigger guys like Skip Scott and Ray Austin and guys like that, he would use his speed, quickness, and bounce around on his feet when he had to. He just will mix it up. But this whole I'm going to stand here and trade and make you respect me, I don't think that's going to work well for him. And he also brought up guys when I interviewed him last that he looked up to guys like Jimmy Young. Jimmy Young was a defensive type of fighter. So I think Gerald needs to go back to that. Be defensive, but sit down when you have to. Damn, they just scored. You know what I mean? What's the score? Are they losing or winning?
No, they're just up by 6 now.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Um,
24 to 18 now.
yeah, Paula Muse says Washington bully Eddie Chambers. Yeah, be aggressive when you have to, and know when you can and you can't. Standing there with Konowski trying to just trade, that's Konowski's game. Make him respect you by catch him in spots with the uppercut and big left hooks. Catch him in spots, not I'm gonna stand right here and trade. That's not his thing, man. It's not his thing. But yes, I remember that fight against Chambers. He did bully Chambers. Chambers went high guard. That's all he went to high guard in that. Official AJ says he believes that Gerald's not with John Pullman anymore. That's why he fights like that. LDBC Facts was good, bro. He says Canelo at heavyweight. uh, Ronald
Oh,
Finkley
they
says
didn't
peace.
score.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I'll be back with some more stuff, man. Just want to get it off my chest about Fury Schwarz. And my man Darmani Rock picked up a victory. Peter Kadiru picked up a victory. And Dylan Carmen dropped the fight to Simon Kean. Kean got his revenge. All right. That's my opinion about yesterday's heavyweight fights, man.